Hello, Space Engineers. Welcome back. We are up here in orbit for now. And no, that's not the Earth orbit relay. That is the Mars orbit relay. It's not completed by a long shot. But for now, I've basically welded up everything that I had built up and sent up yet last time. That was a lot of material. I had to go get iron from the iron mine. I sent some of it up here. Some of it was built up here. Some of it I put, built components down there and sent it up. I need to send up some hydrogen because those are now empty. They've been emptied into here, and these are not going to be full either. So I'll need to send up hydrogen. My big rocket probably has enough capacity. It can come up here and fill all these the rest of the way up and still make it down safely. So I don't think getting hydrogen is up here a problem. The other problem I have is, well, maybe I built it a little too close. Because now, when I go to do my solar panels, those are going to end up in the way. Well, right now they may not be exactly in the way when they, those have to have room to rotate. And that's going to be, if I try to build them straight out, going to be a problem. So I think I'm going to end up having to build them out flat and deploy them later, which I was planning on putting them flat anyways. But I was going to build them straight up, then flatten them back, fold them up. But now I'm going to have to pretty much build them folded up and hope they deploy okay. Once we get out a little ways, I might just separate and go out and test it before I send it on. But I've got batteries on here, I've got a reactor. The reactor, I don't think I've got anything in it right now. I've got a couple of assemblers. I'm not going to do any refining on this. I might regret that later because I'll have to send everything up from here out to there. But I can load this up, I've got a full-size container there. I can load it up with a bunch of ore or a bunch of ingots and send it on. Got my laser antenna. So that's where I'm at right now. Right now I've got a remote control. The remote control's got an autopilot. It might be able to make it all the way to Mars on its own. I might put on a couple of AI blocks, a flight and a basic, and that'll get me there also. So have both options. I probably need to add some event controllers. That way I can turn my reactor on and off based on power that's being used. Things like that. So there's still more to add to this other than just the solar panels. But I've got a lot of work done on it. Got that all built up. And this little welder ship has been very useful up here. But the other thing I need, or I'm going to need, is I'm going to need a tug up here. Because right now, my plan is I'm going to build this hinge, the hinge part, and see if I can't stick it in here and attach it. And that hinge part I can put a projector on, and it'll, I'll be able to project the rest of the arm from my solar panel off of it. Actually, what it's going to end up having to do is a hinge with a rotor. I'm going to have the same setup as this here. So there's going to be a hinge rotor. Then I'll have to attach a hinge part with another projector, and that'll project more of that. That'll be interesting. But for now, I need to park this, and we need to go build a tug. And yes, it is nighttime down there. I'm doing a bunch of stuff during the day, like driving and mining, when I've got light, so it ends up... Hold on, let me get a camera here that I can see with. So, you know, I can build kind of sort of there when it's at nighttime. But when I need to go grab stuff, daytime's when I've got to do that. Let's see, I've got that while I'm thinking about it. Turn those off. And the other thing I've done is, you know, beyond that, I went and got some platinum also. I don't know if I'm going to need it up here or not. I might not. But I've got it. It's being very slow to process. I don't have any speed modules up here, just the energy efficiency and yield modules. So that's going to be pretty slow to process all that. I might regret not having any speed modules later, but for now, I'm going to leave it. So, let's get out of that. Don't know why my helmet's closed. Let's see, hold on. While I'm thinking about it, go down here and check my drill. Once I reach the other side of the lake, I'm not sure what I'm going to do, if I'm just going to turn around. Okay, it is off. That is, yeah, so that tells me if that's off, we're full of ice. So it'll turn back on when it's emptied out. So let's grab some hydrogen, grab parts, pieces. And we'll be building onto this again. Let's see, we can... No, don't switch lock. Turn it on. Yeah, we're full there. Oops. First, let's check resources. That should do me. I probably need to go grab more gold. I've got plenty of silver. I've got more silver than I'll ever need over at the silver mine. All that's looking okay. My cobalt's a little low, but I think that'll do me for this project. So let's grab our standard bit of stuff. Don't know if we'll use all of it, but this will get me a good start. See, before I get too far into this, go back to our yellow. Let's go battered. Oops. For pretty standard start there. Let's see, for our tug, I think I'm going to do a hybrid. In other words, it's going to have ions, but I also want to have some hydrogen thrust for when I really need to push something, though. I'm not really going to be moving anything that big, am I? I don't plan on moving anything that big. Yeah, let's just leave it ion, because I'm not going to move anything that big and heavy. So that means we're going to go here. Let's put that like that. We're going to have room underneath here. Let's see, where is it? Is it under here? Let's put that there. Then we're going to have that right there. Then we're going to gyros. I will have two of them. I don't think I'm going to need both. Then let's see. Just the small ones will do. Actually, for this, that not available in small grid? Let's cancel a thought. So that's 3 forward. That gonna work? So let me put that, so that's 3 forward, 3 reverse. Let's see, where do I want my sideways thrust? Nope, can't put it there. I'd like to tuck it in a little bit. There's our sideways. So now we need up and down. I think just keep that simple. Let's see, we're going to need, let's go 4. Let me just stick that in there. Then let's go sideways like that. Have one of those there. One of them there. And let's see, I've got a thruster right there. After I get this built and connected, I can stick one back here. In fact, I can probably Stick one of those right there like that. That'll be good enough. I think that, let's see, lights. I'm gonna need lights. See, nope, can't put them there. But I can put those there like that. Go ahead, put those in for some wider area lighting. And back here, on the top edge like that, I can do that. That was what? Out, in. In like that. It's kind of boxy and compact, but it's also compact. It doesn't take up a lot of room, which will be handy for getting into tight spaces. And I think that'll be enough to move anything that I'm planning to move up there. Right now, at least, I don't plan on doing anything too massive. Give me a chance to get this welded up, and I'll be back. Well, here it is. Got finished up. Got the remote programmed. As I said, it's rather blocky, but it does work. Guess I could add more thrust if I really wanted to. Well, maybe in the forward direction, but not, or I say backward direction, pointing forward. Back here, yeah, guess I still could. But I think I'll leave it alone at that. I can always retrieve it and add more to it if I need to. But if I send that thing up, that means it's going to come back down. And that one is currently sitting over there somewhere. I think I can kind of see it over there. And it's rather hard to park at night because, well, it's dark. Now, in the rain, I can see well enough here now, I could probably park it. But I need some reference to aim for and to try to park, so while I'm thinking about it, I do need to add some lights to that. What I have that need to glass? It doesn't explain the motor and computer. I don't see anything missing. That's all there. That's all there. Huh. I wonder what those two were for. I can stick them back in there. I guess I'll find out later. But here we can pull. Let's go ahead and I don't think I'll need that many. Let's see, do I want anything else? Yeah, let me grab maybe some of those. First things first, we're going to need light up here. Let's change that. And let's leave all that alone, except let's do that. There, that gives me something there. I don't know if it's going to let me do this or not. Yeah, it's not going to let me do that. Lights don't go into the... Well, let me put that in there. Ah, I see what it is. I don't want to have that sticking up. So yeah, I'm going to skip those. But what I can do is I'll put one of them there. I don't need that to be too intense. Hold on, we can... Nope. Turn those off of there. Turn that off of there and there. Getting a little bit of light to show up. Let's see, what's my hydrogen look like? Yeah, let me grab more. Before I make a flight out there. And let me also grab a few more of these. I need to add to the lights over here on this thing. Got all kinds of light pointing forward, but nothing to the side. Well, I do have those on the side. What's the radius on those? They're up to 20. Let me just crank those up to 5 on this side. Oh heck, who am I kidding? Nope. Target the light. So I'm going to leave that there. Now how's that look from back here? Guess that gives me something to go after. I need light on this side of it. How about if I go... Oh, those are half blocks. Let me just leave that there like that. While I'm thinking about it, we can go ahead and send this thing up. And I'll go see if my lights I added help me park that big one. Come on. And I turned down my antenna. Let me go ahead and turn that. I don't need it right now, but if I don't do it now, I'll forget about that. Okay, that is my sideways camera, so I can hit that. I can hit this. So those are on. So forward, which is now actually up. And up, which is now forward. Okay, there's nothing there to crash into. Go past. My gyro's off. Use my rotation keys. Go ahead and get myself re-leveled here. The trick to doing this is not to touch the mouse. Just use your rotation keys, your forward, left, right, up, down. Settle down. Lock down. Locked. Now we can start turning stuff off. Putting it on recharge. Leave those off. And we are parked. That other one is still on its way up. I'm going to let that go. I'm going to sit here, wait for those to get up. I'll probably look at my time, see what kind of length I've got, and I'll be back when that is in orbit. Well, I've got this thing up in space. It's flying on its own. Let's go ahead and start trying to stop. Probably could have used a bit more thrust, but I'll be alright. And as I said, I'm not planning on moving anything massive. Let's go over there. Got to turn off the lights on that. Actually, let's go over here. So if I bring the big ship back up, the big rocket, it's going to need somewhere to plug in so I can get hydrogen across, and I can't get it in there, though I guess I could get it on one of those over there. It's all connected now. But I should have enough room in here to plug it in. But for now, I do think I'm going to call it there. It's enough for this episode. I'll probably continue. I might put on a few more blocks, like some event controllers, AI blocks, stuff like that over here on this. Next time, start maybe trying to figure out how we're going to get the solar panels built onto there. Now that we've got a tug that we can move stuff around on, I'll probably be using that to get stuff in position. And I think it's going to be handy having two cameras. I mean, with the tilt and pan mod, that helps. But being able to see down here on the bottom also, I have a feeling that'll end up being handy. Get that correct there. And I should have one back here. See, I can turn all those off for now. Actually, hold on. I didn't get a screenshot for this episode yet. Let's see, we've got light over there. Let's see, there's the sun. Let me kind of point it that away. That's still on its way back down. Is that the one I wanted? No. Back all the way back out. Yeah, that'll work. Let's use that one. See, it's going to be back off over here somewhere. Nope, it's on the other side, okay. Those off. I think that'll work, except I've got that welder in the way. I can temporarily swing that out of the way. Do that. Reverse that. Lock that in. Okay, I think that'll work. It might have the border for the camera in there, but I'm alright with that. So, as I was saying, I am calling it there for this episode. Ow. Need to watch out for that. I'll see you guys next time. And thank you for watching.